Hello, gamers! Welcome back. Didn't mean to startle you there. Loud. It's Super Meat Boy 3D. The demo, that is. Just dropped the other day. I remember jamming Super Meat Boy way back in the day, you know. Eddie's Child just came out. It was a nice Flash experience, and it was like, oh man, what this was if Isaac was Eddie's Legend of Zelda, then Super Meat Boy was his Super Mario. And they just ignore that pop in. Don't worry about that. The game is it's just gonna do its thing. There's a run button. There is a die button, so that's interesting. Ah, the run button is the right trigger, of course it would be. Hold A to jump, of course. I've played a game before. I've played a video game. Game feels pretty good. Now I did just play the first level, and this was the best part about playing a Meat Boy. Is that's one of the most unique things about it, on top of being a boy made of meat, was getting to see all of your Meat Boys try to beat the level, and seeing the one Meat Boy that make it. That was fun when I was in college. Sorry Edmund, that's just what it was. You know, I feel like it's not your fault, Eddie. It's not your fault. It's simply the amount of guys that I encountered who had the Binding of Isaac t-shirts that would sit in the computer lab for 20 hours of their day. X to dash while jumping. Oops, okay. And just really, quite literally, stink up the joint. Okay, maybe the dash also lets you... Yeah, it lets you jump up the... Oh, that's a dashable wall, huh? Yeah, listen. If you want to blame anybody for me not playing the Binding of Isaac, blame it on the stinky guys. Blame it on the guys who are wearing the Binding of Isaac merchandise. But at least I had the good sense to know that Super Meat Boy was a game worth jamming. Game worth playing. Now that's one we died a little bit. You gotta peep it. And by peep it I mean skip it. That's what I meant. Hold A on a wall to contact run. Whoop! Missed it. This is fun, you know. I don't play a ton of platformers these days either. Oh, well, a little close to the wall there. This is nice. I like it handles really well, and I know that like some people out there are a little salty that Edmund lost the, you know, lost is the, maybe that's the wrong word, but he sold the rights or something to Meat Boy. So he doesn't have his child anymore. He doesn't have the Meat Boy. But you know, I think if this is what they're putting out without Eddie, I think that's okay. I think that's all right. All right, now I haven't died a ton, but you know, let's still let's peep it a little bit. Let's see all the little Meat Boys. It kind of gives like a Marbles on Stream vibe. It's like, oh, which Meat Boy is gonna be the one to succeed? It's definitely not that one. It's not that one down there. But yeah, this game handles really well. Oh, I see a pickup. I see death for me. I remember now. It's all coming back to me. I haven't played Meat Boy in forever. I forgot that there are little pick-upable band-aids. in the game. I love that. And, you know, that, I mean, a collectible in a game. How quaint. Man, listen, I'm making sure that the viewer, the viewer, gets the whole experience of seeing all the little Meat Boys at the end of the level. I don't want to deprive you of the Meat Boy experience. I wonder if that was savable. Feels like that was savable. I really enjoy that they've got the circle under the meat, the boy made of meat. Because I feel like in a game like this, you gotta know where that Meat Boy's gonna land. Can you believe some, or really, I guess this is more of a certain like gaming journal sites, they would record gameplay and then they would talk over the gameplay. Like at that time in history, it wasn't possible to record games and talk at the same time. I don't know, maybe I'm just like thinking of certain like Polygon videos. I used to watch a lot of Polygon back in the day, back when it was the McElroy brothers. And now it's less the McElroy brothers. I'm very dead. They've got like their own thing going on. And also, I have my own thing going on. For every season of life, there's a season of content, you know? And surely there will be a time in my life when I shuffle off this mortal coil and this mortal website. Kind of feels like this website is going to heck in a handbasket, as it were. Anyway, I should just jump around it instead of trying to jump through it. Let me tell you, it's not a good time to try to be a YouTuber, but I will say it's a good time to thank my 100 YouTube subscribers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I see the Band-Aid, but you know, I'm just going for the W instead. That's a tough level. Let's go to the next one. Good. I also really love the backgrounds in this so far. Like there's so much going on in like the best way. Like it's a forgive my meat pun, but it's a fully fleshed out world. There's a lot going on. Sorry, I was just playing a game that had a double jump in it, and now I keep thinking that I can double jump. I bet there's like a super secret speedrun tech. Just gotta master the trolls that Eddie. Well, you know, not Eddie. Eddie, the ghost of Eddie, the ghost of Edmund. That seems evil. Don't touch that slime. Man, you're supposed to do that in 19 seconds, huh? You're also supposed to make it into the hole. I said you're supposed to make it into the hole. Okay, well, now it's kind of just becoming a joke. Becoming a joke of, is he gonna actually make it into the hole? Of course. I didn't make it into the hole that time. All right. This is the furthest any Meat Boy has ever been. I like that, you know, it's a game where you get to take your time in. Unless you touch the acid. Like, you can speedrun, but it's still pretty fun playing it without speedrunning it, you know? Ouchie. Like, the speedruns for this game and, like, the movement tech are gonna go pretty wild. I see the Band-Aid. Choose to ignore the Band-Aid. I'm simply just trying to beat the level. Now, I'm gonna leave that one for the achievement hunters out there. Also, it does seem silly to try to go for collectibles in a game, in a demo, you know, a demo no less. This is what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to get many Meat Boys on the screen. And sometimes I forget that you hold the A button to wall run. And you also grab the wall and pull it tight. Oh, okay. Maybe there's just some bad geometry there or something. Being a gaming YouTuber, and I hesitate to use both of those words strongly. It's definitely got its challenges, because, you know, they say when you're making a YouTube channel, like, what does your channel offer that nobody else is offering? At the end of the day, if you're a gaming channel, it's you. It's like, are you the type of person that your audience connects with? Are you engaging? Are you sexy? Are you charismatic? Are you funny? And I'm all of those things to some people. To others, I'm the scum of the earth, and I'll leave that for you to decide who thinks that. If you think I'm the scum of the earth, comment below, like and subscribe. Become my greatest hate watcher. Because when the bombs fall, that's all we're going to have to remember each other is, who is that guy that I hated on the internet? I forgot to hold the A button. It's a little unintuitive to hold the A button to wall run when you then want to jump. Which I guess you could just let go of the A button. Really wanted to if you thought about it for like more than a second. And I'm sure that there's a way to maybe rebind the controls. Well, now 24 deaths, that's a Meat Boy right there. So half of them died just on that little drop there. Now that's satisfying. Oh, look at him. He's pretty fast. He's a quick boy. There he goes. Look at him. He's going to beat it. He's going to beat the level. And then he freaking falls into the slime and the acid. Died. Have you found a secret level yet? Ooh, secret levels. In a demo. I don't know. I was just kind of like feeling that one out. That was a vibes-based run for sure. I will say some of the depth perception has been an issue on my part for sure. Okay, that's not something you can touch. Noted. Gotta be some sicko out there who's running like permadeath runs of Super Meat Boy. I never really understood like those kinds of challenges for an already difficult game. But I know some people, they love the suffer core. They love to watch a gamer beat their head in with a piece of software. Okay, that one you gotta land. I see now. I know that Eddie didn't make this game. I know Edmund his DNA is not on the game. It's in the game, but it's not on the game. You know what I mean? That felt pretty good until it didn't. But it certainly feels like it's got his. I'm gonna blame him for everything that's happening, even though he's done nothing to deserve that. Okay, little tricky. I guess that's the point. The point is you can't see what's going on in there, huh? That's the joke. Pretty tight, pretty close there. Whoa! I think we flubbed that run for sure. Yeah. I like a game like this. You can kind of you can find your flow state eventually. You know. Have I found it? I'll let you know in a second. No, I didn't find it. I think on that bit there, if the game were just like 10% slower, I would be better at it. You know what I mean? But no, what I mean to say is, if they were a bit slower, I could like just use my brain for just half of a second longer and time that better. 14, that's not bad. I don't need to see it, you know? Look at its little hiney. Does the game have boss fights? Is that a feature of this game? Or is this simply a cutscene to show, is our Meat Boy, is he gonna make it? It's probably a platforming level disguised as a boss fight. Just kidding! That's the end of the demo. Thanks for watching. But it looks like there might be boss fights. That's fun. This is fun. We'll check it out when the full game comes out. I don't know. Who knows? Like, comment, and subscribe to see.